I agree 100%. But the truth is, we have heard that before, Judge.
Yes.
Where stuff gets lost, stuff suddenly can't be found or was deleted somehow. So we've heard those things.
Yeah.
Not here, though.
The best that the defense attorney argued in this case to me was when he had been told that one of the guys butt dialed, and then he said, yes, but we now know that he couldn't have answered with his butt, and there was an answer. So some of these things seem a little, right? When you hear them, you're a little suspicious, but that mistrust, I think that mistrust that you just described of Boston police is heightened by this entire hearing, and the fact that some of them are not saying, we'll turn this over. Yeah. We'll cooperate, Judge, if there's an order, of course. But in the meantime, it's privacy. Privacy, they need to protect this information. Well, I guess my point, though, is privacy is one thing, but if these are relevant to the defense or to the case in chief, and I don't think it's necessarily prejudicial. I think that the probative value means this stuff should come in, Michael.
I think it's deeply relevant, Judge Ashley, because at the end of the day, they have staked their claim on this. The trial hasn't even started. We're still in pre-trial hearings, right? Their whole entire defense is that she's being framed. Well, so it's deeply relevant to see that the police officers that she's accusing of framing her conspired behind her back. It's deeply relevant. They're going to get admitted. And so at the end of the day, the mistrust that exists in the Boston area is unique. I'm not saying it's justified. I'm not saying it's not justified. I'm saying it's unique. If you ask anyone in the country, do you think that your local police department is corrupt? They'd be wrong. They'd say, oh, yeah, generally speaking, there's corruption. People would say that generally speaking. In Boston, it's different. It's the worst I've ever seen or witnessed or experienced. And so in this specific situation, it doesn't even have to be Karen Reed. You could insert any defendant. If they just hurl the accusation that they're being framed, you're going to see riots outside of that courthouse. There was a protester indicted for witness tampering here in Boston on this case. So it's unique, and so it's relevant. They're going to go in. They're going to get admitted.